Okay, so the time has now come to do an airbag swap on the F350. Really like driving this, eh? This thing's just so nice to drive, very fuel economical. So that's the back there. It's like as if me differential new, we're going to swap it out. Started leaking the other day out of the pinion. So if you look here, there's 16 leaves. So this thing here is, the only time it's a smooth drive is when you've got bloody some decent weight on the back, like a, you know, half a ton or a ton even. Yeah, that's the way I did the exhaust, by the way, in case anyone was curious. And it's coming out over here and straight out there. So anyway, so what we're going to be doing is putting truck airbags, some pretty large ones. Yeah, we're going to make them fit under here and have the weight spread over the top of the diff, and also a 4-link to keep the pinion angle the same. Oh yeah, also that exhaust is going to have to get relocated, because just over here, pretty much in this section here, is where the airbag is going to go. Going up towards the middle of the airbag will be right up against that chassis. So yeah, this exhaust won't fit. We'll take that off. Pretty much just there, you can see that joint up there, and to come off there and probably just go in front of the wheel instead of in behind it. I'm not sure if a 4-link's even really that important on a 2-wheel drive truck that's always got its constant height. It's not like as if you're going to be lowering it down and, you know, driving at a low height or a high height or something like that. It's always going to be one constant height. But anyway, I've seen a guy, I don't know if you guys seen his channel, Jay Moffat. I've been watching a lot of his videos, pretty much all of his videos to be honest, and he's done some quite a few 4-links, and I really admire his work, eh? But anyway, just been looking what he's doing, and I just thought, I wonder if I can improve on that. So I come up with my own design. I'll go and have a look now. Okay, so that there is my Z bar, which will okay, so basically I've got had to machine that up, put a thread inside to suit this pretty big Heim joint, and that's pretty big, trust me, it's big. That's 32 mil, so I don't know what that is, like 1.25 inches or something like that, I'm guessing. Same with that thread there, is 1.25 inches. I couldn't find any nuts to suit, so I have to make my own, plus also the that piece there, that'll get welded inside here. Then over here is where it's going to be, have a, you'll see when it's done. It's going to look cool, right? Just, yeah. And that, pretty much the center of diff goes just here, right? Just in here is where the diff goes, and over here at the back is where the airbag goes. Over here I'll have some really thick 50 by 50 or 2 inch by 2 inch linking up to that piece there, right? And that also pivots, like pivots in that hole just there on top of the axle, right? So that'll just keep it square, but also I will also have like one of those, I think radius bars or something like that, I don't know what they're called, wouldn't have a clue. Right? Anyway, I will have one of those bars to stop the diff going, or stop the chassis going left and right when it goes up or down a little bit. Yeah, so anyway, this plate here, that's 32 mil, which is about 1.25 inches, thereabouts. It weighs about 75 pounds, which is about 35 kilos here in Australia, or in the metric system, sorry, 35 kilos. And those little pieces down the bottom, they're about 55 pounds, about 25 kilos. So I don't know how heavy the leaf springs are, but it might end up the same weight. If it does gain a few extra kilos, I don't care. It's just something for a nicer ride is more important. Also, and off the back here, I've got another couple of plates which will go further up to about here somewhere, and that's going to be the shock mount which will go up to the chassis. So yeah, they're pretty big. Alright guys, so the exhaust has got to come out. That's pretty much where the airbag's going to be. I've taken off some of the timber flooring. Pretty much here I've got pretty much everything I need. Airbags, shocks, bottom part of the fore-wing, and all the bracketry, etc. So, and there's those Z bars. Still got to weld in the pieces which go in there, and I think there's enough space here to do this without taking the tray off. One less job. Anyway, let's see how it goes. Okay, a little effort and the axle's out. So now got to knock out those hangers and other thing, whatever that's called. Knock them out, pull the pins out, won't need it anymore. Start working this other part. So this here is the bracket. This gets bolted onto the chassis. Engineers here in Australia, they don't like, if you got rivets holding things together, there's nothing welded on your chassis. You're not actually meant to weld onto your chassis. You're supposed to bolt it together, if you know, or rivet it back on, which is, yeah, fuck that. Yeah, easiest to get some bolts. So yeah, that's that part. And then so the chassis will actually sit inside here in this section here, and you can sort of see how many bolts are going to be holding this plate on. Definitely going to be strong enough, that's for sure. And a little support bracket underneath there, you can see that. Yeah, this I'm very confident this is going to be very, very strong. Still going to be doing a few overloading tests when it's all finished anyway, like on private property, so I can overload it and just see its strength for sure, because by overloading it by about 5 times its legal weight, what I can put on the road, I'm pretty sure that it'll pass, because it does need to get engineered once it's all done. Yeah, alright, time to get rid of some of this weld splatter and paint it and bolt it on. Right guys, now the brackets are installed. So is the A-frame, or the top link of the fore-link. That's installed as well. Yeah, did that on both sides. So progress is happening. Now I'm going to have to cut this video short because I'm still waiting on the diff. The guy who's doing the diff, he's just, apparently there's no 373 gear sets here in Australia anywhere. I've rang up a few places myself, and yeah, he wasn't bullshitting about it, but anyway, so I ordered one from America. Yeah, my woman's bringing that back. Coincidentally, she was on holidays there in Florida, so she's bringing it back on the onboard luggage thing. I kind of find that funny, but anyway, yeah, it's getting there. I'll have to make a part 2 on this video, or once I get the diff back. You know, once it's all the axle, yeah, I can't really do too much more until then. Anyway, thanks for watching. Keep an eye out for part 2, and that'll be the final part, and driving and probably even doing some testing. See how it goes.